Good afternoon, people. I bet you wasn't expecting this. With a minute left to the live streams actually officially starts. How you all doing today? Hope you've had a good weekend so far. Just feels like the weekend goes far too quickly these days. It's going to be about 2 hours, this stream probably. And then it's going to be the end of the weekend, pretty much, straight after that. Not looking forward to tomorrow, going back to work. My girlfriend's been working all day today. So, could be worse. We're going to do a bit of Vietnam today. Not my favourite circuit, has to be said. I was almost thinking about skipping this one. Such is my dislike for it. I just did a couple of laps in time trial, just beforehand, just to kind of get my eye in. And my god. There's no flow at all on this circuit. It's been a couple of months since I last drove here. Let's get the stream on anyway. We're not here to sit around and chat. We're here to drive cars fast. Or slowly, actually. It's not really been the greatest start to the season. Barely scraped into the points at Australia. Got a podium though at Bahrain, but speed wasn't really there. I know we were on an alternative strategy, but it was a bit messy in terms of pace. About a second slower most laps in the last race. Qualifying wasn't that good either, so lots to do, lots to be worried about. I've actually got a confession. When I went into time trial today, I actually used the setup. I actually stole a setup off the leaderboard and set a faster time than my PB. So I'm kind of leaning towards going down that direction, just to stay competitive at the moment. It hurts. It hurts to say that. But they are so fast. Phil says it's unbelievable. I know. Going against the very nature. Oh, I've just realised I don't have my camera on. Hang on. Hello. So yeah, setups. So I had a look at the settings just to see what it is that's a bit different compared to your standards. Immediately the brake bias is set on 50%, which is like the lowest possible setting. Like it's as rearwards as you can set the brake bias, which is insane. Like just imagine going into iRacing or Assetto Corsa and putting your brake bias on 50%. That would be the most difficult car to control under braking. And needless to say, the setup gave me a lot more oversteer though, which is needed for someone who can only go left right on the controller. Full lock, either way. So I'm kind of going to go in that direction, I think. Just start running the setup. I'm going to try it this one. I need it here, really. There's far too much, far too many corners where I understeer. So I need something that's going to tip the nose in a bit more. And I'll show you what that looks like when we go into the session. terms of R&D, not much we can add on. I think we purchased everything at the end of the last race, so we're just waiting to see what comes in. So we've got a power unit part that came in. We've got one still in development. Don't think we can afford anything else. No, don't think so. And then the durability as well. So we're actually doing pretty good for durability. But that being said, that's just reminded me of my gearbox that I need to quickly check as well. But yeah, in relatively decent shape, really, in terms of development. Even though we've got, it almost feels like we've bought no parts for this power unit. There's nothing there. Yeah, we're still like 4th best at the moment. Let's the gearbox. That's what I wanted to check. So it's under here. It's done 2 races and it's already on 40%. So that's not good. That's a penalty incoming, I think. Meanwhile, the practice gearbox has done almost half the number of laps and is only on 7%. So I don't expect this is going to last too long. This could probably be its last race on this gearbox, and then we have to get a penalty. Great. Okay, I think that's everything. I'll show you standings, just because why not? Pierre Gasly leads. Didn't think I'd be saying that. They're the 5th fastest car. Let me just show you for evidence. Look, they're the 5th fastest AlphaTauri. And yet, they've won a race. And they're leading the World Championship. No explanation. I think we tried to theorise why they might have been so quick. I think the power unit's the 2nd best, but still didn't explain how he just completely walked away from everyone else in the last race. There's a massive long straight here in Vietnam, so could favour them again. Let's go into it. So just a reminder, we are on 50% race, 105 AI. May start using a setup today. The first time. It's only taken me 3 races in. Yeah, we might make that decision. And then in terms of all the other settings, so everything's so damage is on full, safety car's on. Settings in terms of assists, all assists are off as best as they can be. Yeah, they are all off. Even the pit limiter and things like that. Oh. Yeah. I think this could be a difficult one. I vaguely remember last season. I can't really remember what happened last season. We had strong. No, it wasn't really that good. I don't think we were that good. I think we qualified out of the top 10. I know I broke my front wing at some point, so that was fun. Okay, so it looks like it might rain a little bit as well. So really, doesn't matter too much. It's only going to rain in qualifying, it looks like. It'll be dry though at the start, so still got time to put a lap in. I'm hoping that could cause a bit of carnage. I think I'd prefer it to be a bit mixed actually. Give us a better chance, I think. The rivalry still even. Still even. Alex hasn't won anything in terms of rivalries apparently. But it's neck and neck as it stands, so there's still 4 races to go with that. Adam says your content is unreal, glad you're back. Unreal, that's a strong word. I mean, I've seen better things on YouTube today, on my own, before coming on here. But thank you anyway, I appreciate that. Okay, let's do some practice. Again, expectations not really. I mean, we were 11th in Bahrain there. Didn't really put much of a foot wrong really either. Didn't lose too much. What stadium is that? Is this circuit actually near some circuit or some stadium?
Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
That looked like a football stadium to me. Someone do some research for me, please. I want to know now. Okay, so let's look at the other power unit parts while we're here. It all looks fine, doesn't it? They all look totally fine. Stevie can't hear. You're just watching. He says, boo rubbish track though. I agree, not a fan of this. I'm so glad they didn't race here. What I got worried about last season, this might be a hot take, I don't know, but last year, there were some circuits that came onto the calendar and I thought, please don't be a good race. Because I didn't think they were going to be, because there would be a risk that they'd come back next season, the fans would demand another race there. And honestly, I thought Portimao was going to be a terrible venue for an F1 circuit. And then we had a good race. And now it's on the calendar again, seemingly. So, I wouldn't be surprised if we turn up this year and it's a completely terrible race. Yeah. Which is why we should never go to Vietnam, just in case it's a really good race. And then they make it a regular fixture. What a terrible idea. Not a fan of this track at all. So I just loaded that setup actually. So let me just show you what this looks like, because apparently this is esports approved. This is what the top guys are running at the top of their leaderboard times. I'm about 2,000 on the leaderboard, pretty average really, probably slightly above average, but nowhere near the fast pace still. So you've got your front wing and your rear. To be fair, that's not where the oversteer is coming from, because that's a lot of rear wing and not enough front wing. The diff is on 50%, so I think by default it's 70. So it's dropped all the way down to its lowest possible setting. Suspension, I mean, looks broken, doesn't it? Look at that front camber. Wonder how bad tyre wear is going to be here. And then you've got your suspension, so look at this. Rear springs on 10. This is like F1 2013 days. Springs on 11. They're extreme settings, aren't they? Very extreme. And then the brakes. So the front bias is on... It's on 50%. So it's as far rearwards as it can go. These settings are mad. It makes you wonder why Codemasters just don't use these as your baselines. Because these setups are really pushing, or breaking the realism. But it's the fastest way to go, so of course people are going to go that way. Anyway, I complain, but I'm going to run it now anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm about to become the person I swore I would never be. That's a lie. I'd never swore, but I wanted to keep it as even as possible. Adam hopes Ferrari can get back on track in real life. I do as well. I really do. Yeah, Leclerc needs to be up there next year. Sainz needs to be up there as well. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's going to happen though. They were talking about the rules getting pushed back to the 2022 rules being pushed back until the next year. I think it got debunked pretty quickly, but people were making comments saying, well, that's not going to help Ferrari because they've already written off next year as well, it seems. Or this year. I say next year as if it's, you know what I mean. They've written off 2021. So...
Okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Remember to activate your DRS in the DRS zone as well.
Alright, let's see how sketchy this car is with low grip. And to be fair, a lot of oversteer as well in this setup. I need it though, because I was driving around earlier just on the default setup, My word, there was so much understeer around here. I don't mind a little bit of understeer, but I just it's when it's literally it's impossible to turn. Like it's this section here. Like I was going way out on the exit curve there, and then it was just compromising me all the way through this part.
DRS zone is coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
Yeah, certainly more responsive, which I'm happy with. Oh, too much on the curb though. Doesn't like the curbs. You can. I really had to get on the curbs with the default setup. And the car just didn't react at all to going onto them. But now I've got obviously something a bit looser. Rear end wants to step out a little bit more, so. But more potential for accidents today. Or spinning it on my own. Quite a few raised curbs in dangerous spots around here as well. I wonder how true to life this circuit is compared to, you know, its real life counterpart. Did anyone actually ever get around to doing a lap around the real circuit? Be interested to see a comparison, seeing where the curbs are or how the corners are built. Are they exactly the same? I guess we'll never know.
Great stuff. You pretty much
Not a bad opening lap, really.
This is a really strong foundation to build from over the weekend.
Getting my eye in. This part here is so tricky. That corner gate is so far out off the racing line, it feels like. Gotta watch these minor scuffles on the wall here as well. I don't want to damage the car too much. That gate is so far out as well. I'd much prefer to go take a tighter line, really. How's your weekend's been anyway, guys? No F1 again. How long has it been now since no F1? It's hard to believe that the season finished. It's been what? It's only been a month, hasn't it? The later start. Or the later finish, rather. Really messing with me. Looking forward to Drive to Survive. Don't think they've had a release date for that yet. But that's the next thing, isn't it? And isn't there only one test? One test this winter. It's in the middle of March now. We've got a long way to go yet till there's some legitimate action on track. So I can almost take that last corner flat out. That's how good this track is. Oh, how good this setup is, I should say, not the track. Didn't say that. No one clipped that. But in terms of the setup, I almost took that last corner flat out. Compare it to normal, impossible. I'd always have to do a chicken lift just to get the thing turned in. Stevie asked, do I think Ferrari will win a race next season? The only circumstance I think they could win it is if something mad happens. So, I mean, it happened a couple of times last year. You know, we had Gasly win a race. Had Perez win a race. But I don't know. It very much depends on how Ferrari have just developed and just picked up their car. It's quite obvious they were, you know, very draggy. Had a shit engine. They need to recuperate some of those. Well, they need to recuperate those losses that they lost at the start of last year. I think Leclerc can do something special. But don't rule out Sainz either. I think that's an underrated lineup there. Hang on. I'm monitoring two chats again here. So Adam says Rosberg does some track videos on his channel. I've not looked there for a while. Yeah. Good point. Still a little bit of a chicken going through that last corner there. I can do it flat if I want to. In qualifying with grippier tyres, I probably will be able to do that. Okay. Pretty clean that was. Not crashed yet. Which I'm surprised with.
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take
Now I'm wondering what will happen here.
at the apex.
So if the car's a bit more oversteery, how's this going to affect the tyres now? This is my big question mark, I think. I've put this setup on. Is it going to be a more difficult car to drive in the race because it's going to work the tyres that bit more? Bear in mind, it'll probably only work the front tyres because the camber's literally at like 45 degrees. That wasn't too bad. There's a lot of long corners in Sector 1 there. I really thought I was just going to drop into the red there. Oh, that's too late on the brakes. Mr. Quiddles is hoping for a McLaren victory. I am as well. I mean, the trajectory suggests they're going to be up there. Maybe not top 2. But I mean, they've got the pedigree, haven't they? They've got the history behind them. They've got great management. Andreas Seidel, you know, is doing bits with that team. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they can sneak a couple of good results. And they've got a top driver lineup as well. Not as if they, you know, they've never had a poor lineup. They've always had at least, you know, a quality driver. Oh. And they've had Norris and Sainz, who are 2 very good drivers already. And Ricciardo looks like he settled in quite well immediately as well. It's exciting. It's exciting. There's a lot. We're in this part, aren't we, where we're just hopeful it's going to be a brilliant season. And then we go to qualify and the Mercedes is 7/10 clear of anyone in Q1. And then it's just, you brace yourself. Oh my word, look at this tyre life here. Wasn't that good. I lost it all in that last part of the lap there. I was well on course for a comfortable purple lap there. Who do we think will be the top McLaren guy next year, though? Genuine question. It's pretty, I mean, I think a lot of people have rated Norris for a long time. I mean, he's had a great junior career as well. And I mean, every time I went into an iRacing race and he was in it, I'm guaranteed to have been lapped by him as well. Of the few races that I have done with him in. But Ricciardo, you know, he's come out of that Renault stint pretty favourably, really. It's not really lost much and his reputation remains intact. I thought he'd go to Renault and it would just, like, he would just tank, but he had a quality season last year. So it looks to still be, you know, in very good form. Hasn't really lost anything since leaving Red Bull. I wonder how Norris will stack up to him. I can't get that purple.
This is the final lap of the program.
Quiddles still thinks Ricciardo's got the edge. I agree, I think. I mean, in a race, I think I'd rather have Ricciardo in my corner and Norris. But again, Norris he's not put a foot wrong either. going to be fun anyway to see who comes out on top there. I think Ricciardo probably has more of a chance to win a race anyway. I can see a weird race happening and Ricciardo being there, right place, right time. Right, how am I going to preserve the tyre for it? Don't preserve the tyre by doing that. Don't break the front wing. It is that middle, it is at this part of the lap. But I imagine I'll be breaking the front wing if I do. There's no way I can go into that corner without losing time. Or without putting that meter down. Oh my god, this is close again. I can't do it. I can't keep the front tyres alive through those corners enough. Let's just go back. I've passed the program anyway. I just wanted the maximum points really. Fuel management. Mr. Quiddles predicts a Ricciardo victory at Monaco. It's a good shout actually. I imagine the pace or the field spread will narrow quite a lot.
Testing fuel management here, so try to lift and coast going into the corners.
Providing he's comfortable in that car,
But remember,
it's a decent shout. Put money on it.
lap time.
But give me a cut if you win. Please. Certainly feeling a lot more comfortable with the setup on. Has to be said. Certainly got a lot more track that I can play with anyway, because I can actually move the car where I want it to go. It doesn't sit right with me though, looking at that brake bias saying 50% though. Half expecting the rear end to just snap on the braking. What's the deal with Hamilton as well? He's not signed a deal yet, but apparently he was turning up at sponsor events. Over webcam, obviously. But he had Mercedes gear on still. Anything come out of that yet? He's not signed a deal yet, has he? Get there! There we go.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very
That is the optimal lap around Vietnam. Just lift completely and save all your fuel at the last corner. That's the viable strat. Let's skip that.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three, who are Hamilton, Gasly, and Daniel Kvyat. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly.
That's not bad, really.
Formula One
I don't mind that lap time. We're not last, and we weren't really pushing either there, so happy with that. Alright, FP2.
situation at the moment. Seems like something's off with the fuel injection system. We're looking into it, but we're going to be out of action for a few minutes.
Total waste of time now.
In this program, we're looking at ERS management. This is all about managing your battery efficiently throughout the lap to hit your target time. The overtake button will drain the battery.
The tyre wear seems okay, really.
Maximum power.
Looking at that, it's actually... They're actually wearing out at the same rate as the rears. I guess it is a more front limited circuit, I guess. Such a hard corner to power out of there. Literally threading a needle through those barriers. This corner feels so much nicer, more responsive now. Now that the car's turning in. I missed the apex by a mile there. Okay, that's okay. Wait, where's the lap? Yeah, okay. Who do I think will perform better? Out of Sebastian Vettel or Lance Stroll? That's a tough one, isn't it? Because historically, normally, if a driver changes team, they tend to initially, it's like almost like they've been freed and, you know, new lease of life, and they find a bit of performance just by, I guess, naturally not feeling as under pressure. So I would expect Vettel. I think Stroll's a good driver, but I don't think he even did enough last season, really. Yeah, I think Seb will, but I think it'll be close though. That's the question. I'd like to think it's not. I'd like to think Seb's finds something again. Yeah, I'm going to go with them. On balance, I think Sebastian Vettel will do it. I think he'll come back, he'll have a really good couple opening races, and people will be like, oh, he's back. Very easy to just get... You know, last season was just... It just got worse and worse and worse for him. It just snowballed all the way. There was no way he was breaking out of that. He'd done the right... I was going to say he'd done the right thing by leaving Ferrari, but I mean, he got pushed, to be fair. But yeah, he needed something different. I mean, remember when he was at Red Bull? And where am I going? Well, I was on a different corner there. Yeah, think back to when he was at Red Bull. And he had a very, very lackluster season in 2014. Especially off the back of winning 4 World Championships as well. It was like, whoa, this guy is... Where's he gone all of a sudden? And then he went to Ferrari and, you know, immediately hit the pace, hit the front running pace, won a race so early on. yeah, I don't think he'll, unless the car's really good. But I'm not expecting him to win a race. I'm not going to just declare that. But I think he'll be more suited anyway. The only thing that I think that's still a question mark after all these years is his racecraft, really. But I'm sure he'll adapt once he's thrust into the midfield scrap. But I think he will do well. I hope he does well. I'm not expecting that Aston Martin car to be terrible either. So I don't think Stroll will do enough to hassle him too much. That was a bit of oversteer there. I'm pleased to see we're hitting our targets, really, in this practice session.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
Even with these tyres that are past their best now. Rewind that. Didn't want to break the front wing that. Will Russell get a point? God, you just hope Williams will be there. I mean, they've come close a couple of times, haven't they? And obviously Kubica did it for them in a fluky circumstance. I hope he does. Can he get into Q3? That's a big question as well. You just hope Williams have got something up their sleeves. There's got to be a point, surely, where the top teams just stop finding performance, so Williams can start catching up a little bit. Because I mean, they're always improving. They're getting closer and closer and closer. I mean, they were troubled last year. Had a really poor pre-season. They were on the back foot immediately, and they've just been playing catch-up from that. I keep forgetting what corner I'm at here. There's so many left and rights that are so similar. I hope Russell does. But there's going to be even more of a spotlight on him next year.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting
He had a chance at Imola, of course.
focused.
I think he could. I think he could do it. We could do with more teams fighting in the midfield. It's just as predictable at the back as it is at the front at the moment. Or I'm trying my best not to look at where we are on the leaderboard at the moment. Just trying to think. We're not on the best tyres. We're not going for pure performance at the moment. We'll do a performance run in FP3 just so we know where we stand. Hopefully the target time depends where the target time is, really. If we're above the target time by a clear margin, it normally bodes quite well. Missing so many apexes here as well. That's another one.
Great lap.
Yeah, that's okay. Flying through the practice, I thought it'd be much more stressful than this. We're having a great time. Never thought I'd say that in Vietnam. I mean, some way off in the lap times here. I'm inclined to do the program, the qualifying sim here now, actually. Because I think that, I don't want to use my race gearbox in FP3. Just keeping in mind, I'm playing the long game here. I need to keep my gearbox in good nick. It's already on 40% after 2 races. Okay, let's do the quali sim. Quiddles asks, what's my favourite track to drive? F1 or otherwise? The tracks that stood out immediately to me were Alton Park. First of all. Where else? I like Mosport in Canada. Nürburgring GP. Not the Nordschleife. Nürburgring GP is my preferred configuration. I like Silverstone as well. Big fan of Silverstone. But doesn't have as much character as the other ones I've just described. I really like a lot of the circuits in Britain, to be honest. Brands Hatch. Yeah, a lot of the circuits in Phillip Island. I don't know why I suggested that. But Alton Park probably number 1. My favourite. I've had some really good races there as well. But it's also just a fun circuit to drive. It's very intimate, very yeah, it just flows. It's just a really cool track. And there's obviously a couple of different configurations that you can drive as well. But yeah, big fan of that. Let's do this then. Qualifying. Obviously, there's a lot of big F1 circuits that are, you know, easy to answer as well. You know, Spa's a big one.
Okay, this is a quali sim. We've estimated the times our closest rivals will be doing, so that's what we need to beat.
Right, this is it. This is the moment. Have I cheated my way up the order by putting a setup on? We're about to find out. Really could have taken that flat out there. I left so much on the exit there. A little bit wide there. So much grip. I knew Phil would come in. He heard the question, what is your favourite circuit? Of course he was going to come in with Oran Park. I was thinking exactly that. About a minute before you turned up, thinking if Phil was in here, he would be saying something completely different. Phil, Oran Park is so bad that they've literally demolished it in real life. I hate, really. Oran Park isn't that bad, but it doesn't make my favourites. I'm never taking that back. So this car is driving well through these corners. Literally an upshift through the corner. Wasn't really that good though. That lap. P1 though, okay. Didn't notice that. Okay. Bit concerned about that. Bathurst is a good one. See, I wanted to say Bathurst, but it scares me. I crashed too much there. so I'm not really. I can't really put that down. I mean, I've had one really good race there, and that's about it. No, yeah, one really good race. I'm trying to pick up others, but no, there's only one that really stands out. But Bathurst is. I mean, I respect it, but my God, I'm not good at it. Le Mans, I don't mind. But that's purely from an endurance race standpoint. I couldn't hot lap around there because it's just too boring. You just sat there for 2 minutes of the lap just in a straight line. Where else? There's got to be others that I've missed, but yeah.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:34.3.
I just want to also say thanks to actual James Franco for the follow there. It was done yesterday apparently. I came on this morning, saw that I picked a new follower up, and I looked at the name and I thought that must be a bot. I've been getting followed by so many bots in the past couple of days, it's insane. I mean, it makes my stats look really good. But I'd gone about, I think, a month without a follow. And then since I've put the webcam on this week. And see, that's what I've noticed. I've put the camera on. And people flock to it seems. Montreal, good shout. I actually forgot about Montreal. It's not very good on here, on the F1 game. But on iRacing, it's pretty good. Yeah, love Montreal. It's not really... Codemasters haven't really done it justice, I don't think. But on iRacing, great shout. There's probably loads. I've got so many circuits on iRacing. I can probably just go through and go, yep. Mid-Ohio. There you go. Just thought of that off the top of my head as well. Love Mid-Ohio. It's all the little small kind of techie kind of tracks that I really like. Generally more. I'm actually surprised that a lot of my favourites actually aren't really F1 circuits, really. Suzuka, yeah, good shout. I don't dislike Suzuka. Again, it's one of those where I appreciate the challenge of it. Everyone's just shouting circuits in the chat now. Cadwell Park, to be honest, don't really know the layout too well at Cadwell Park. There I was just bragging about loads of British circuits, but I'm not sure about Cadwell Park. I need to give it a couple of laps first. I need to drive it a bit more myself. Not really played it on many games really, to really appreciate it. Phil puts Zandvoort. I don't mind. Zandvoort's okay. It's okay. That's all I'll say. It's not an F1 circuit anyway, I don't think anymore. The only reason they're going back there is because Max Verstappen. I think that's basically it. I feel uncomfortable that I've cheated my way to the top of this practice leaderboard.
Bad luck out there today. Let's talk about it. It's good to get the reliability issues out of the way in practice, isn't it? You scraped the walls a few times. Were you
Hockenheim. I don't mind Hockenheim, even after its, even in its modern iteration. I really do like it. I like Hockenheim a lot. Sebring. See, Forza had so many great circuits as well, or has so many great circuits. VIR, Virginia International Raceway. That's something a bit old school. That's really fun. VIR is really good. So you're talking about all these circuits just makes me think I just need to get back to iRacing at some point. I know I will, but I just want to go on and just drive a couple of laps around, some of these bonkers North American circuits that they've got on there. Road America, Road Atlanta, great circuits. James Franco has been watching on and off since F1 2010. That's pretty cool. I'm actually surprised. I think most of the people that have remembered me in some form so far have literally been there from the start. Well, pretty much. So, here's to you, actual James Franco. I don't know if you actually are the actual James Franco, but respect. Its modern version is much better than the old one. I'm assuming you're talking about Hockenheim, Phil. In which case, I agree. Right, I'm not coming out. I'm not doing a lap here. Maple Valley. I think we're talking about real circuits here. Maple Valley sucks. Hate Maple Valley. I'm not even mad. Don't at me. I don't like Maple Valley. So done pretty good there. Lots of resource points there. You know, I really liked at Le Mans as well, the Bugatti circuit. I was talking about Le Mans there. I forgot to mention Bugatti. Why am I just getting Forza circuits shouted at me now? Sunset Peninsula. That just reminded me of... Oh, good old Paul, who used to pronounce the circuits all wrong. Tsukuba. It just reminded me of Tsukuba, actually. He used to call it TS Kuba. It just sounded better, I think, back then. Right, let's buy this part. Grand Valley Speedway. There was another one that I can't remember off the top of my head now. Let's qualify anyway. Right, so what's our expectations here then? What does chat reckon? Now that they've just seen a godly lap in FP2. It's either pole or it's the midfield somewhere. Right, let's do this. Quiddles is going for P20, bins it in the wall. If I bin it in the wall, I'm flashbacking. It's as simple as that. That can't be allowed to happen. I won't let it happen. The only time I'm binning it in the wall is if I get really angry and rage quit. That's not going to happen though. I mean, it could happen. It's not going to happen. I mean, there's so much grip. So much front grip. That was close that time. Didn't do it flat out that time. Not the greatest exit to start the lap. Missed the apex by a mile there. All good. Staying well clear of the walls. Probably brake a little later there actually. Car's a little unstable under acceleration. Having to be very careful picking the throttle back up. I'm getting into 5th gear before I even get to the that turning point. It's affecting the car a little bit when I'm doing that. So when I'm going into 5th, it's starting to push the car a little bit more. So I'm trying to get into the corner, but if I'm in 4th and I short shift to 5th maybe as I'm turning in, it's actually a bit better. But as I'm in 5th a little earlier, it's picking up a bit more speed. Just on the entry of the corner, so I'm understeering up. Right, so we're 2nd here. In before Gasly pole. It's not Gasly.
Expecting rain in
It's Sebastian Vettel.
15 minutes.
Wait, Ferrari are even worse than the AlphaTauri. Oh, it's going to rain as well. I need to get out there. How? What is this lineup? Gasly in 7th now. Okay. It looks pretty close.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 33.5.
The free is just the whole 1.1 seconds off. That's the difference. That's crazy. I mean, the car has come alive though in that last sector particularly. Feels incredible how much speed you can carry through there. Okay. I need to let DeFreeze use my setup. He's more than welcome to use it. All you need to do is just go to the time trial leaderboard and just take a setup from one of the rivals. That's all you need to do. I'm down to 5th now, so I need to shut up and actually pay attention.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Should have enough time for 2 runs still here, so I'll do a lap and then I probably need to get out of the garage before, well, before 5 minutes basically. I can't leave it to the end of the session, I imagine. Right, so I needed to find a temp on Seb. There's a couple of people ahead of him now, so needs to be a couple of temps. I've picked up a lot there. That's pretty good. DeFreeze is going to post the telemetry on Twitter. But everyone will be complaining how Racing Point just found all of this performance all of a sudden. Do you remember those days? Oh god. There I was just happily strolling through Twitter one day on a Saturday afternoon after qualifying at Spa, and old Lewis Hamilton posted that. Oh, what a sore loser. Oh no, it's too late. Shit. Oh, I just lost all the time there, haven't I? Shit. Well, we know there's time there. I know there's time there. So need to get out there though, because it's going to rain. Half a second off still. Okay, I feel more comfortable knowing I've with this setup now. It's at least made us competitive. That was the aim. At least it's not made us rapid. I mean, to be honest, there's a third on Ricciardo in 2nd. There's a third at stake here though. Where's Bottas? Bottas could probably do it as well. He's had a really bad first sector there. So he's going to be up there as well. So we're on the... I wouldn't say we're on the back foot, but if we can get higher up the grid here, there's potential to do that. I'm going to go do that now, though. Because if it rains, I don't want it to rain and get caught out at the end. Oh, neither does everyone else, it seems. Here's all the traffic then. Oh, there's a lot of traffic as well. Oh, it's not good. It's not really going to rain, is it? We've got like 2 minutes left. Rain's not going to affect this. Even if it starts spitting now. Oh, I don't really want Verstappen right behind me. I'm not really in the best place there. Alright, here we go. Max really could have given me some space there. But nope. It's his own fault if this all goes wrong. Got a bit too much on the curbs already there. Really affected my exit there because I just couldn't get on power there. I was 2 tenths up at this point. Lost it all now. We were purple in Sector 2 last time around though. Maybe get a sneaky toe? We're probably too far behind really. We've gapped Max a tiny bit, so hopefully he's not getting all of the draft. Missed the apex slightly. Should have a good exit here though. Yeah, that was okay. That was good. Not quite purple, but bit hesitant there, and it's all unravelled in front of me. That's the 10th there, I think, at least. Bit early on the brakes there. It's a slight improvement. I think that was 7th. Even with an improvement, that was 7th. Damn.
We're all ready for tomorrow.
Certainly more time on the table there.
Let's have a quick look at
Jesus, Gasly!
Bottas.
Look at this!
Daniel Kvyat. Well, that wraps up.
Well, there's Bottas.
Don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
And now we've got the AlphaTauris involved still again. They're still there, man. They're still there. There's some shenanigans going on here. Well, championship leader is on the front row then. Only just though, look how close. Look how close those gaps are. Quiddles is putting all his money on Gasly, it looks like, for the championship. Look at the freeze! See, that's where I would have been down, I reckon. Or I would have been around here probably. Verstappen's in 10th. What is this grid? What is this grid? So you got Bottas, you got Gasly, you got Kvyat, Hamilton, top 4. They're the championship protagonists at the moment, these 4. Ricciardo, done a really good job in that McLaren. Almost beat a Mercedes. So McLaren are there as well still. Albon, my rival, of course he out-qualified me. That's like the 4th time. And we're 7th. But you know what, I'll take 7th really. 7th is okay. Pace, I mean, we beat Leclerc by 1,000th. The pace was, the pace looks fine. Look at the gaps. Imagine we had these gaps in F1, in real F1. That'd be great. I wouldn't be complaining if this was happening. There's 3 of us that are 6 tenths behind. Verstappen and Norris at the same time. It's close, man. It's close. All set for a good race then. Okay, so I feel slightly justified now in my setup decision so far. Why would Gasly want a promotion to Red Bull? He's in a championship winning car. Oh my god. Didn't predict this at the start of the season. Just whether AlphaTauri can keep up the development, I guess. So hang on, let me just see who won the opening 2 races. So Gasly won race 2. Bottas won race 1. Right, okay. So he's on pole again today. See, I don't understand why Bottas is just so much better than Hamilton. It was even the same last season. He was taking pole position all the time. Right, key thing to keep an eye on here is the gearbox today. We need it. But I mean, look, the AlphaTauri, it's just... I mean, we're pretty level pegging. Everyone's all pretty close. Gasly outperforming that car. But Kvyat's up there as well, so... I don't believe this vehicle performance comparison chart anymore. I'm losing faith in it race by race at the moment. Alright, let's do this. Should be a dry race. I don't know what the strategy is. One stop. Afternoon to you, Mr. Potato. He's come in saying, for some people, the Hamilton AI gets worse and worse with each season. It gets stuck in traffic often. I believe that. No one looked into me what that stadium is. What stadium is this circuit going around? I'm not going for a 4-stop. Coming in here with these bonkers ideas already.
Hopefully creating plenty of passing opportunities.
No, we're gonna go with the flow today. We've got pace here. We can push forward.
We have a number of changes to the aerodynamic regulations this year, and the signs haven't looked good for them so
God, those
far.
aeroplanes looked terrible.
It doesn't look promising for them so far.
Literally 2 pixels.
As hard as we think, well, I suspect they may need a few late nights at the factory to get...
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Pierre Gasly in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Kvyat, Hamilton.
But I mean, it's been backed up by Kvyat this time as well.
A racing point, Leclerc, Vettel, and Max Verstappen. Norris, Ocon, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Stroll, Perez, De Vries, Kevin Magnussen, and George Russell, Sainz, and Nicholas Latifi. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down...
Sainz casually just a 1 second faster than Latifi. Good job. Okay, quick look at the strategy, and I need a quick break.
We've got some points on the board. Let's
One
continue
stop.
this form and aim for another top 10
It's coming back to me now. So last season we 2-stopped, I think, because I broke my wing. At an unfortunate moment. But, yeah. Alright, let me just, I'm just going to disappear 1 second. Quick toilet break, then I'll be back. 1 sec. Okay, we're back. So Google tells me that the stadium is called Hangdae, but I'm looking at these weird symbols, and I don't think it's probably pronounced Hangdae. The Mai Ding National Stadium. It's a multi-use stadium. It has a capacity of 40,000 seats and is the centerpiece of Vietnam's national sports complex. I'm well impressed with that. That's well good. There's a dog barking downstairs. So it's actually a legitimate stadium. Codemasters hasn't just copied and pasted like a stadium model and put it in there. And credit to them, they've got all the surroundings. Okay, so we're going to one stop, it looks like. I don't think there's any reason to change that strategy, really. Only thing I'm probably thinking is perhaps we can extend the soft tyre and get on the mediums. Just to go a bit different. If we get a bit stuck. But we can make that decision as the race unfolds, really. Just see where we end up. Okay. Let's go. Really, really good start. I just held the throttle at the perfect point there. Oh, a lot of squabbling. Oh, that's an amazing start. Still got a Merc on the outside though, but hopefully we've got the room. Yeah, we're good. Wow, okay, so we've really put ourselves in contention here. That was just an incredible start, and then we just had all the space as well to play with. Oh my god, they're all coming, though. Forgot to actually enable my energy down that straight. Right, let's see if we can hang on here then. Luckily, Ricciardo and Hamilton still side by side, but they're going to be ersing each other along the straight, I suspect. So let's just watch out. We seem okay. Look like we got it. Looks like Hamilton's taking their place as well.
Alright, we're looking good so far.
That was a really good start. I'm making a meal of these corners though. Albon's ahead of Ricciardo. Not the best start for Danny Rick. I need to get into a bit of a rhythm here. Don't want these top three pulling away. Again, too early that corner, really. I'd say that's a good start. Manual start there as well, Stevie, if you're watching. Criticising. No assisted starts here. That was really good. Kvyat ahead of Gasly as well. Could we have two AlphaTauri drivers winning a race before two Mercedes drivers? It's very possible today. I know it has to be said, Hamilton looks quick behind. It's too late on the brakes. Second lap in a row I've done that. Gone a bit too deep into that corner. Should be okay down here though. I don't know how this setup compares in terms of straight line speed. I know normally we've run a setup that's a little less draggy. I know everyone's all kind of drafting each other along at the front there, so really need to step up a little bit in a moment just to keep up.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Okay, Lewis does look quick. Too much on the curb there again. Ruin my exit. It's this first sector where Hamilton's really quick. I don't know what's going on with the AlphaTauris. I really don't understand. They've found some trick in the regulation. They're so fast. It's crazy. Okay, Hamilton looks really... He looks competitive. He looks really quick. I think this is an overtake coming. Too quick there. He's half a second faster a lap at the moment, so just gonna have to release him now. Can't race him too hard. It's lap 3 for crying out loud. The least he can do is go up to the top 3 and cause a bit of damage. Because we're kind of hanging in there. It's hard to tell where we are pace wise. I think the last sector we're generally pretty good. Middle sector we're losing out because of DRS. That first sector I've not really been too good for it at the moment, but they're very quick through that as well. It's another fastest lap for Hamilton. Of course, we had a good start, which has kind of flattered our position a little bit here as well. I'm staying well clear of those barriers. There is a front wing being broken at some stage, I guarantee it.
Bottas is leading the race.
So if we... How long can we stretch this until to put on the mediums? I wonder. But the pit window ends lap 11. Could we go all the way till 28 from lap 11? What's that? 17 laps? Can we do 17 laps on the medium? That's the question. Mr. Potato suggests lap 13, perhaps. Potentially. I got to stop looking at strategy in this corner though. In these sections of corners. There's just walls sticking out all over the place here. Nasty. I mean, yeah. They don't seem too bad, do they, really? Again, I think it's something we're just going to have to take in lap by lap at the moment.
By 8.6 seconds.
Ideally, if we can go soft to medium, it will really benefit us. Especially in the position we're in now as well. I mean, they're all surely going onto the hard tyre as well, so it's not as if we're going to be losing too much performance-wise. You would think. So, who knows?
Really good. You're managing it well.
I mean, we're keeping pace here as well. We're keeping touch. Albon got past Ricciardo, but hasn't really made an impression. They look like they're stuck in their own little fight. I think Hamilton had a little bit of a twitch there. I think we might have another chance here. Bottas is third? What the fuck have I just missed? What the hell? It's an AlphaTauri 1-2 as it stands at the moment. What the fuck's going on? What have they got in their car that no one else has? That's just made them this good. Who thought the Mercedes beaters would be the AlphaTauri boys? So I'm assuming that's Kvyat in the lead then, because he was the lead AlphaTauri. Are we about to watch them walk away again with this race? VTEC. Yeah, for sure. Whoa, that's a massive slide for Hamilton. Jesus, want to go any closer to the wall? Well, that's one problem down at least. I mean, he's going to come straight back past, I imagine, but... Nice to know he's not completely invincible through that section. That was the sector where he was pulling away. Made a big mistake there. I've used too much energy there to defend as well, so we're going to suffer here. Alright, let's have a closer look then. So it is Kvyat in the lead. It's Kvyat in the lead. It's Gasly in second. Bottas in third. I'm fourth, Hamilton fifth, Ricciardo sixth. I believe Albon is seventh. I've not actually had a quick look down the order for a while. No, it's actually a Ferrari for some reason in seventh now. It's a very competitive race at the moment. I'm enjoying this.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
It almost feels like a gamble now going on to going from the soft to the medium. I'm concerned by how much time I'm going to lose in this pack here. If I just continue stretching the stint, because I'm surely going to lose a lot of time on the undercut. Quiddles is anticipating some big sends. Weirdly, I feel like I've just been blessed by some magical aura. I feel powerful all of a sudden. That must mean a big send is coming. It's certainly going to have to be a big send from here. Is that the two AlphaTauri's fighting? Oh, here they go! It's Gasly! Yeah, he's in the lead!
Gasly's taking the
What's
lead.
going on? So it's Pierre Gasly in the lead. And Kvyat in there in second. What timeline is this? Oh, that was close to the wall. Oh, I had a bit of understeer there. I thought I had damaged the car. But no, it's just my tyres are just not in the best shape anymore. The problem I have is that everyone is obviously dragging each other along at the moment.
Hard on the in-lap.
I'm expecting, this looks like the order though in terms of pace. I'm expecting Gasly's going to probably start putting a gap. What I need is these guys to spread out a little bit just so I can pick them off one by one. Because if we're all in a massive DRS train, it's not really, we're not really doing too much really. Oh, Kvyat's made a mistake. Come on! We're still pulling away from the top five. Or from the top five are still pulling away, I should say. Look how these guys just pull away though. It's very tight down there. It's a very tight braking zone. I'm not I mean, I could send it in some circumstances here. It is very close. Look at Gasly. Look at the lead he's pulling. This is unreal. This is so good. Oh, horrible understeer. Right, Gasly is in. Hamilton has gone in as well. So that's not good, really, for Kvyat or Bottas ahead. Unless they have another idea up their sleeve. No idea why Hamilton's got first call there over Bottas. So Gasly, we didn't get a chance to see what tyres he's gone on. I'm assuming it's on the hard tyre though. So I'm expecting Gasly and Hamilton will get the undercut on this group here. Of course, we're going to try and stretch it because we want to go on the mediums. For some reason, it's putting us on the soft though. Why is it putting us on the soft? It wanted us to go on the medium on the hard tyre. Is anyone else noticing that? I don't know if it's a bug that's just arisen. But they changed the tyre. They changed the tyre to a different strategy that I'd agreed on. Mr. Potato suggests it could be another set of softs that they've gone on. I mean... it could be done, couldn't it? Yeah. Did I pick the 2-stop? I don't think I did. I'm going for the 1-stop anyway in my mind. I didn't realise I'd actually picked the 2-stop. Come on, turn in. Never getting near the apex. Right, these guys are in. We're going to see very quickly what tyres these guys are on anyway. Because everyone's all going to come in a second. They're all going to file in into position. And then we can see just how we get on. Gasly on soft. Yeah, they're 2-stopping. Okay. Why are they 2-stopping? Oh no. I say that with a big grin on my face. Why are they 2-stopping? This doesn't... okay. How's the tyres looking? Not great, has to be said. The Gasly, the race leader, is 2-stopping. That stands to reason that everyone else has gone on soft as well then. We'll keep it going for another lap. Car feels mostly fine. There is, of course, a lot more understeer in the front tyres at the moment. I imagine we're really slow. Yeah, we're 2 seconds off our PB. It's okay, I can probably take that pain though. It seems okay. I don't understand why they just wouldn't go on this strategy. Nasty bit of understeer. Oh, Kvyat's out. That's a position gain already. Kvyat's just retired. Let me just check that gearbox as well, just out of curiosity. Only 43%. So not really battering the gearbox this race, which is good. Only 3%. We're halfway through the race, we've only taken 3% out of the gearbox. Actually, no, sorry, it was 2% we took out in qualifying, so it was already on 42 when the race started. Alright, Hamilton's on the soft as well. Is Norris setting himself up for a 1-stop here as well, it looks like. He stayed out. Perez has also stayed out. This could be a very different result. Very different finishing result in a second. Oh, that was some very noticeable understeer through that sector.
Fuel target is +1.
Still quite a lot off my PB, but Again, 2 more laps? Is that what we're asking for here?
Behind is 14.
That's what we think?
0 seconds.
Yeah, just the 3 seconds off Hamilton at the moment. They're pretty quick. To be expected though. What do we reckon? This lap or next? Gonna go in on mediums though. So hopefully this is the painful part of the stint. Quiddles wants 1 more lap. Alright. We will go with that then. Oh, Ricciardo sneaked up to 5th. Oh no, he's not. He's fighting with Max. Max is up there now, all of a sudden. Remember, he was in 10th this race. All of a sudden, he's up to 5th. Whoa, that is some nasty understeer. maybe should have gone in that lap. That's that was horrible. Almost turned him far too early there to compensate and hit the barrier.
Careful.
Right,
Tyres
Norris is in.
deteriorated significantly at this point. Okay, the gap behind is 7.4 seconds.
The Freezer stayed out as well this time as well, so he must be 1 stopping as well. I didn't even see what lap time I did last lap. But Verstappen, the man on the move. You know what? This is going to balance out, isn't it? Because Gasly's almost caught up anyway. They're what? A good 3 seconds ahead? 3 seconds faster?
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Yeah.
Okay, copy that.
It's taken them 13 laps to twig on to what we were doing. Okay, cool.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
So Gasly's got a healthy lead still over Hamilton. Still just stunned by how fast they are.
Box this lap, please. We need to get you on new tyres and move on to a different strategy.
Wow, that was a nasty lockup. Oh no, I just had a puncture! Oh shit! I didn't even realise! Oh shit. I mean, it happened at the perfect moment. That was amazing.
Go, go, go.
That didn't affect me at all. That could have been really painful. Okay, we're good.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Right, where do we come out? Alright, so Norris is same idea as us. 1 stop. Hamilton 2020 luck. Oh, jeez. That was good. Alright, so where's Bottas? Bottas, not that far ahead. So it's Gasly, Hamilton, Verstappen, Ricciardo, Bottas. Oh yeah, Bottas is so far behind. He's lost so much time. Bear in mind, he came out, he didn't go in, did he? But first of all, Hamilton went in first, so it was expected he was going to get the undercut. But yeah, Bottas is nowhere. We're on course for 3. Well, I was going to say we're on course for 3 different winners, but we're not yet. Gasly could win 2 yet. Right, so I expect these guys will go medium then in their final stint. There's no reason they'll go on a hard tyre. Oh, that was close to the wall. Don't do that. Don't ruin it for yourself. Got a very nice bit of clean air here. What I need is these guys to come in soon though, ahead of me, because we're going to start catching traffic and then we're going to get stuck.
Gap to car in front is 3.0 seconds.
Got plenty of fuel to play with as well. We're in a good place. We're in a good place. The question is obviously how long will Gasly stay out? Will he be faster as well? The gap wasn't really too big at the end when I came into the pits. It was something like 3 seconds, wasn't it? I mean, these corners are really taking out the performance in the front tyres, though. I don't want another puncture at the end of the race. I didn't realise you could get wear-based punctures on here again. I thought they were just random still. I just thought the longer you had the tyres on, the worse performance you had. I think that's the first puncture I've had on this game. I'm still laughing at how convenient it was though. Great timing. As soon as I hit the brakes going into the pits, that's why I locked up so badly. The tyre had just blown up. I should add a Silverstone 2013 mode for the tyres. What, random punctures? I had enough of that playing F1 2011. These guys are fighting still, Albon and Vettel. I think they've been passing each other at each lap so far. If there was actually punishment for going over like all the big curbs, because like, obviously going over bigger curbs there's a risk of cutting the tyres. I wouldn't mind that, I guess. You actually having to tweak your driving a little bit. It's very harsh if you had a random puncture happen to you. I think I would have felt pretty aggrieved even if I was in a league race, if I was in an online race and that tyre just blew out just then, the way it did.
Leading our teammate by 16.7 seconds.
Like I said, I know it was induced by the tyre wear, but I thought tyres weren't meant to do that still. They just delaminate and just lose traction and grip. Let's check the components. Components look pretty good. The only thing I was concerned about was the gearbox, really. So, hitting the curbs. Apparently, yeah, if you hit the curbs too hard somewhere, it affects one of the parts. I can't remember which one it was. But they all look in pretty good shape, really. Considering it's 3 races in, I can easily do another 3 races on some of those parts. The durability looks quite good this season so far. We are one of the better teams at durability. Except the gearbox. I really thought at the start of today we were going to have that gearbox up to 60% or something. There's no way we've got to do another 3 races yet with that gearbox. So I'm quite relieved to see it. I've only added 2% to that in this race. So Seb's in. I expect there's more ahead. I've done that. Yeah, there are. One of them is Gasly. Okay, so they are on the medium. How much of a gap do we have? That's the question. The answer is not much of a gap. Oh shit. Okay. So it's actually balanced out pretty close again. So Gasly is only 1.4 behind on newer tyres with 10 laps to go. Slightly concerned. This has to be a send. Can't get near him though. I can't get near him! Come on. Oh, game just lagged.
The car is boxed for the mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre.
That was as close as that was as late as I was daring to brake there. It's not good though, because it's going to be another lap before we can attack. I'm expecting Albon will be in. He has to come in this lap, surely. Yeah, there he goes. I mean, when you think about it, not really the best. There's no point chucking out the inside there, right? He was going to come in a lap later, or half a lap later there. Imagine if I broke my wing and then he came in, and now I'm left to fight Gasly with a broken car. A 4 out of 10 send. Right, so this is where they're really quick through this part of the lap. Obviously, the only real overtaking spot they really have is down that massive straight. Gonna be a very defensive last third of this race, I think. Got a bit of fuel. Got a tiny bit of deployment. Not too much. Here comes Gasly. You just need to keep him at arm's bay, just for a couple of laps while the fresh tyre smell wears off the tyres. The whole chat wants Gasly to win anyway, instead of me, because they want the redemption arc for Gasly. Guys, what the hell? I'm not letting him through now. I will put him in the barrier if he comes fast. Oh, that was too close for comfort there on that barrier. Has to be said, Hamilton's closing up as well, so I'm not really in the best spot here. Hashtag anyone but Gasly. Gasly can't win this. We want 3 different winners in the first 3 races. Verstappen's in 4th now. He's done extremely well. As is Norris, to be fair, on his 1 stop. He's close. He's close here. Oh, go away! Look how fast he's catching me. I've maxed everything out. I can't even fight that. That was insane.
Stay with him, he might make a mistake. We could still regain the position.
That's actually a joke. Oh, please keep up with him. He's so quick. I just heard the chat collectively cheer. I can't believe it. Hamilton's right behind as well. You know what? Actually, Gasly shouldn't be worried about me. He should be worried about Lewis behind him. He mugged me right off. Brilliant. Thanks for that. It's the second time he's done that this season.
Hamilton is behind you. The gap behind us is 1.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:37.0.
Gasly wasn't perfect out of there. We're coming back! Even if I lose all of my energy for it. I can't get near him though, look at this! That is an extremely fast car. I need the lap times to stabilise. That was close! Didn't break the car though. That was close. I just set PB that last lap. I think I did.
Gasly ahead. The gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:37.6. You're gaining by 1/10 a lap.
Bit too much wheel spin on the exit there. I don't think we're close here. Need to save it. Save the battery a little bit. No point dumping it all here. We'll get him next lap. Hopefully. I don't think I will actually, but well, that's too late on the brakes. Front tyre's starting to give up a little bit as well.
Losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Keep pushing.
It's pretty close. Tyres are not great. Hamilton's had a really good first sector there. Nowhere near him. Nowhere near. He's just tightening up way too much. Stevie's changed his allegiance because now I'm the underdog. Thanks, pal. Gonna require a big send. That was a really good lap as well, just to get back in contention.
Condition is still looking good.
Oh, it's a mistake. Oh, I don't want to use the energy yet, but I'm closer. I'm closer.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Come on, we're 3 tenths behind him. I can't get closer. I can't get closer. I was literally 3 tenths behind him, and that wasn't enough. Okay, it's gonna have to get a, yeah, it's gonna have to be a massive dive. I'm not gonna make the corner though. Like, I'm far enough away that I'm not gonna get there. No problem sending it up the inside. It's just whether I can slow it down, and I'm not gonna do that. I don't think. Come on. That was the closest I'm gonna get to him, I think. Some serious speed.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop. You're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Keep pushing.
This is stupid. Come on, let's get close. A bit too much curb there. Again, it's not really been too bad out of this corner. We're doing alright on the fuel department as well, actually. He's kind of covering the inside enough as well when I get close. Toro suggests saving ERS for a couple of laps. I've been trying to, like, I'm using enough down the whole straight, really. Like, there was one time I got really close, used it for the entirety of the straight, and it still wasn't enough. I'm a little poor out of that corner. 3 laps. I just need him to have a slightly poor corner.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Alright, I'm going to leave it in rich for the time being. I've been so impressed with the setup of this car. Been able to really turn it where I need to. Right, come on. He looks a little weaker at the moment. Here we go, boys. Slow it down. There's a yellow flag. Oh no, one of them's breaking down. Oh no, he's broken down. Oh, shit. Oh, that's so... No, I can't believe that just happened. I can't. So the only reason I passed him was because he was breaking down. Oh, that is desperately card luck. That is so cruel. I'm claiming that as a legitimate overtake.
Teammate behind is 31.8 seconds.
He was still going quite fast. Oh no. F's in chat for Gasly. And the threat isn't over. Hamilton's still behind as well and looking rapid. A huge outpouring of grief in the chat for Gasly.
In this engine mode much longer, we're about a lap over target.
Right, so we have enough in the tank to run it in rich for a bit. I kind of need to as well because I got Hamilton right behind. Woo, okay. Oh wow, Lewis is going to be quick. Oh, come on! Not again! I hate my life. I hate my life. What the fuck's happened here? I don't care running it in Rich all the way now. So annoying. It's so annoyed. We're not very quick in a straight line, we've discovered.
This is your final lap of the race.
I can't believe he did this. He waited that whole time.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
He's running away as well. Well, make a mistake. I can't believe I've just been... We've all been conned by Lewis Hamilton. Try and just keep flashbacking and keep pretending to send it until it's successful. Oh, the tyres are gone. Yeah, the tyres are past their best anyway. Oh, no. We were too busy focusing on ourselves, me and Gasly. And we didn't see the threat from behind. Hamilton wins. We're second. I think I just ran out of fuel on the line there.
Good job, you did really well. Super driving.
Second was good though. Come on. We qualified 7th. That was a really good race.
Plenty of action here in Hanoi. A memorable race and an impressive victory.
Still got 3 different winners, it's very true.
And
3 different winners in the opening 3 races.
it was that sealed the win for them.
I'd say it was down
Still not
once
me.
again
I haven't won one of them.
consistent driving, nailing the corners,
I think Ricciardo stole a podium at the end there as well.
in the team's strategies. They
Good
did
effort.
all of these things right today.
That was really good.
Speak for themselves.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team. And they certainly deserve it.
Yeah. Ricciardo on the podium. I'm happy with that. He's shown really good pace. He has shown really good speed. Ricciardo so far. Been very impressed.
Let's see how the drivers
Okay, there we go. So there's the results.
Hamilton takes over
So
the
Bottas,
Drivers' Championship
again on
after an
pole,
excellent
but
result. Now, let's
who-
discuss
God knows what
how
happened to him.
is a contender for driver
Where did the freeze come? He got a point. The freeze got a point. He's got a point in every race so far. He's done extremely well. He's always run the alternate strategy as well.
Time to check
Paid
out
off very
the
well for him.
constructor standings. Mercedes
Albon went
continue to
backwards.
extend their lead. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand
Seb
Prix
went up
is
1,
Alfa
Leclerc went
Romeo,
up.
whose good result moves them further up the championship.
AlphaTauri must be so sad. Both their drivers DNF'd.
Thanks to everyone who joined us.
Devastating times. The only cars that DNF'd as well. That's rotten luck. Look at that fastest lap at the end. .36.6. What strategy was Ricciardo on? Soft medium. He set that lap right at the end. 2 seconds faster than any other lap he'd done. So Ricciardo fastest lap then. Which is okay, because that's 1 less point for Hamilton. It's very interesting. I'm excited to see the standings here. In the next stream, we will demand Gasly redemption. You know what? I'm kind of on board with that. I'm happy for him to take a second place next time. But I feel better. I feel reinvigorated after today's race. Really went in it with relatively low expectations. I think we got very lucky at Bahrain with the strategy. We kind of exploited that a bit more to get the result. But this time was legitimate pace. I don't think it mattered if we 2-stopped or 1-stopped, really. I think it probably was to our detriment that we stopped on just the once. Because we lost a lot of time on a soft tyre. And then when the guys came and pitted for mediums, they had tyres that were, 7-8 laps younger than mine. Cheating with the setup. They're cheating with their 105%ness. You can't go over 100%. 100% is, by definition, the highest percentage you can give. So the AI are going 5% above that, which is physically impossible. So you tell me who's cheating. They shut the standards. Lewis Hamilton, of course. Back in front. Verstappen out of nowhere, though. He's not really done any results. He's not really done anything to stand out. In my eyes. So far, he's not really done anything. But we're ahead of Bottas, so we're ahead of a race winner. We're ahead of 2 race winners actually. So Gasly would have been up there without his unfortunate demise at the end there. That looks quite good. Even Nick de Vries is getting some points. Not many, but he's scoring points. He's there. He's there at the end when it matters, which is good. Okay, so Hamilton, 16 clear. That's quite a gap. That's surprising as well. He's had 2 third places and a first place. It just owes to consistency, I guess, at the moment. Which is strange after only 3 races that consistency is kind of is ruling at the moment. So Gasly and Bottas have had a DNF each now, at least 1 DNF each. So that's why they're struggling. And we're in third as well, just purely consistent as well. The 2 second places for us now. Let's look further down. It doesn't matter actually, further down, because not everyone has scored a point yet. So yeah, there we go. Constructors. So we are nowhere. It's a pretty close fight. I think what's been so good so far is that I think when you looked at the qualifying results, it looks extremely close between everyone. Now obviously Mercedes and AlphaTauri look like they've got an edge, but that fight behind, you don't want to get stuck in that for too long, because that's really competitive. I mean, Max was 10th and then ended up 4th today. So yeah, very close. Anyway, that's it. That's the race today. Let's go and just check out the menu if there's any other things that we can do.
Amazing performance.
Driver interview, obviously.
Happy with that. Did you have the wrong fuel strategy today, or was it your management?
Oh, they're talking about me running out of fuel at the end. Drag was an issue. Definitely. I was so bad in a straight line. Apparently that's a question that improves morale in the aero, apparently. Okay. I'm exceeding everyone's expectations. I'm in the world champion at the moment. How can I be exceeding expectations? They must be pretty high already. Shit question. It looks like you're schooling Alexander at the moment. That's why they always call me sir. Shit banter. I don't think anyone's ever called me sir. And so there we go. Rivalry looks a bit better today. Albon suffered a lot. So even if he out-qualifies me at the next race, he won't be ahead at the moment. Cool, and we're getting all our parts. All the parts are coming in as well, which is great. Can't buy anything else yet. All these parts are so expensive now. I'm really going to have to pay attention to what the car's doing. There's no point asking for recommended parts now. I need to actually choose the parts that I think the car needs. Durability, like I say, has been quite good so far. So I'm not really prioritising that, I don't think, at the moment. Car's draggy though. The setup was draggy. It's not the car's fault. But they were very quick. So look at AlphaTauri on this performance map and tell me what the hell's going on. So they've just been a straight line and they're slightly improved between now and the last race. They're still 5th though. Amazing. Okay, let's advance the time. Got a couple more parts. Cool, actually let's stop that. There's a part that I can buy.
I recommend
Yep.
we could go for something like this.
Cool, and we got a power unit upgrade as well. In good shape. We're in good shape. Other parts that we can buy now. Sweet. Yeah, and that might push us up. It's going to push us past Mercedes anyway, those 2 upgrades. Cool, let's end it there then. I think. Just looking at these performance parts. Nothing to change. Don't need to change any of these. Very happy. Okay. Let's end it then for the day. When's the next one? To China. When's the next race? Good question. When can I do it? It's going to be at some point during the week. I just don't know when yet. It won't be tomorrow. It could be any day next week other than tomorrow. Really. So I might do Tuesday or Wednesday. So yeah, might stick to 2 or 3 streams a week. That's the plan. So yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday then. I'll do the next one. Like I have been doing so far, I'll post an upcoming stream on YouTube first. Just so you know when it's coming. So I'll post that a couple hours in advance. So if you're subbed on YouTube, you'll know the stream's coming up. And if you're on Twitch, you're just going to have to wait and find out whether it's Tuesday or Wednesday. It'll probably be around 5 o'clock. Which is the time I've been normally running it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Cool, right, I'm going to end it then. Thank you so much. Appreciate the company, as always. It's been good fun. It's good to have new faces in as well. Not that I'm sick of Phil all the time being in chat. But yeah, good to see some new guys really engaging and yeah, hope you've been enjoying that as well. So yeah, have a good start to the week. Or have a good weekend, first of all. Enjoy your rest of your evening. And then I'll see you on Tuesday